Okay, fellas, when I got home today, there was an envelope in the mailbox that contained the metal road wheels for the M1 Abrams. Uh, they're not bad, but they're not great either, let me tell you. The road wheels have no bearings in them, and they send you 2 bags of metal suspension arms. Now, these are the suspension arms. I'm going to try and hold these so you guys can get a good look at them. I'm probably going to tap them. There are no threads in here. I'll have to remove the stock plastic arms and replace them with these, and I assume you need to use the screw that holds the stock arm in, because there were no screws at all included with the kit. What I got was 14 of these road wheels that, like I said, do not have bearings. They're held together with 3 screws in the back. They have not bad detail in the front. The rubber tires should pop right off for painting. Yeah, they should come off pretty easily. When you put them on the suspension arm, they're not bad. They spin pretty good as long as the screw doesn't interfere, and it looks like it won't, because it looks like the arm stands a little bit proud. I think if there was any problem with the screw wanting to bind the wheel, all you would have to do is just sand a little material off the back of the hub there so that it sits down further. But I'll have to test them and see how it goes. But they're not horrible, but they're not great for sure. They were a good price. I think they were only like $60, but then there was shipping. All they've done for the center hubs is taken stock hang-long plastic hubs that come with the Abrams and painted them silver. Why they did that, I have absolutely no idea, because silver's a hard paint to cover, and that's what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to repaint these. I'll probably just use the caps that came with the tank. I mean, they're exactly the same. These even say right on them, HL3918. And the suspension arms on the back are stamped 3918, or it's molded in there. They're not stamped, actually. That's part of the molding process. So that's what I got. I got 14 of these wheels, 2 packages of 7 suspension arms each, and 4 sprues of plastic hubs. So there you go, fellas. Okay, it might just be me, but it looks like the new road wheels are actually just a little bit bigger in diameter. I won't know for sure until I pull them off and put some calipers on them, but they look like they're going to do the job pretty well. So that's it for the Abrams. I'm still waiting for the metal tracks, the metal sprockets and idlers, and the Panzer III parts. So that's all for the Abrams. If that's what you tuned in for, you can click off now. If you want to hear about the Challenger, keep listening. Yesterday I got a text message from FedEx saying that I was expecting a package today, and someone would have to be home to sign for it. Now, I have a hard and fast rule that I do not use FedEx, and I do not do business with anybody that does use FedEx, because I have never had anything but problems with FedEx. They've just been horrible to me. So, as with every rule, there's an exception, and the one exception to this is that I do still have to deal with FedEx when I buy tanks from IMEX, but in that case, I have them shipped to my shop instead of to my house. So anyway, when I bought this Challenger, I checked, and it said on the guy's listing that he ships via USPS priority mail. So I was kind of surprised when I got the tracking number and found out that it was coming by FedEx. Well, they require a signature. I live alone. They won't let the cat sign for the tank, and they wanted me to drive to a place to pick it up that would have taken me more than an hour to drive there and back. They wouldn't let me sign and then leave the tank the next day. Every other option that they had, like changing the address, everything, they wanted more money, and I wasn't going to pay them any more money. That's, like I said, I don't do business with FedEx for a reason, because I think they're a bunch of thieves, and I absolutely hate that shipper. Give me the U.S. Post Office or UPS any day of the week. I do not do business with anybody that uses FedEx. It's just that simple. So the bottom line is the Challenger is being sent back. I've already talked to eBay, and they tell me that because the seller changed the method of shipping, they are at fault. And if I have to file a claim, I have already won the case. They said on their site that it's USPS, and that's not how they shipped it. So everything that takes place after that is their responsibility. And even if they never get the tank back, they have to refund my money. But the tank is going back to them, and when it gets back to them, hopefully they'll refund my money. And that's okay, because I found it at another place for $165 with free shipping, so maybe we'll try them. I sent them an email to make sure that their listing is accurate and they actually use the post office and they're not going to send it FedEx. The same thing happened with the Kugelwagen that I just bought in 1/6 scale, the Africa Core version with the balloon tires. I bought it on eBay. It said that he would ship by either U.S. Post Office or UPS. Then I got the email saying that it had been shipped, and they gave me a tracking number for FedEx. Well, there I was able to call eBay and get the seller's phone number. And I called him, and he's a brand new seller, and this was the first time he'd ever sold anything on eBay, but he was very cool about it. And instead of sending it to my house, he's still going to send it by FedEx, but he'll send it to my shop, so that won't be a problem. But I hope that someone might be able to learn from this information and avoid some of these headaches in the future. You guys can do what you want, but my recommendation is to stay as far away from FedEx as you can possibly get. They've never done anything but bad stuff for me, and then they get snotty and make it sound like it's my fault that I'm not home to get the package, you know. Well, I got to work for a living, so that's the way it is. So that's why the Challenger is not here. That is why I'm not doing a box opening video on the Challenger. A box opening video on the Challenger. Stop trying to talk so fast. And that's what's going on. So we got the Abrams and the Panzer III project going, and we'll just have to wait and see what happens with the Challenger. So Rex, if you're thinking about buying from Toucan Hobby, all I can say is that that's where I bought my metal tracks with rubber pads for the Abrams, and when that arrives, I'll be able to give you an update on how all that went. But so far, I'm not having much luck with them. If you don't have any shipping issues, hey, go ahead and use them. The guy seems to be real concerned. He answered all my emails and everything. He was pretty cool about it, but, you know, like I said, I can't get packages from FedEx, and that's just the way it is. So, see you next time.